Joining us now is Tim Schmidt, who is the founder and president of U.S. Concealed Carry Association. Tim, good morning.
Good to be here.
Wasn't aware that an association like yours existed. Here in the state of Arizona, the restriction is that you have to be a law-abiding citizen, first of all, and you have to be 21 years of age, and you can openly carry a weapon or a concealed weapon without a license. Are we in the minority here in a big-time way, or are we average in that sense?
Actually, you're not in the minority at all. It's actually a new trend of this kind of sweeping the country to change their concealed carry laws or their gun laws in general to what's called constitutional carry, which I actually applaud you guys for doing, because, quite frankly, the only people that follow all these gun laws are the good guys anyway. So I personally think that it makes a lot of sense to empower your citizens to be able to defend themselves and not have to ask for permission from the government to exercise a natural-born right.
But, you know, Tim, there's a lot of people who just like to see guns disappear, which is a pipe dream. That's never going to happen. But how does your organization get your message out in an effective way?
Yep. So the USCCA, I started this organization, guys, in 2004, and we have over 250,000 members, and we focus on creating what I like to call responsibly armed citizens. So that's education and training and truly understanding that carrying a firearm is a huge responsibility. We publish a print magazine. We put out a weekly newsletter to over 4 million people, and ultimately we just help people create the education and training as part of a lifestyle.
Now, in the most recent incident, which got, of course, huge coverage in Las Vegas, considering where the shooter was located and the weapon that shooter had, could concealed carry have helped in that situation?
That's so hard to say. I would say the only way concealed carry would have helped if there would have been an armed citizen walking down the hall in the hotel. Obviously, the gunman was way far away from where he was shooting. If anything, what I'm impressed with, I'm sure there were hundreds of responsibly armed citizens in that crowd, and no one took a bad shot because they knew they couldn't stop him. I mean, of course, that whole incident was just horrifying, but ultimately, as just like every incident like this, the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun, oftentimes, is a good guy with a gun, and so the more responsibly armed citizens there are, the faster that the bad guys will be stopped.
Oh, we have 50 states with different laws. Which state is giving you, in what you're trying to do, the most pushback?
Oh gosh, well, it does. It shouldn't come as much of a surprise. Certainly California and New York are the worst. You're not going to believe it.
I'm shocked. Our neighbors to the west. Well,
and the ironic thing is the cities where crime is the worst are, of course, the cities that have the strictest gun control, which just goes to show you that gun control does nothing to affect crime at all.
Chicago would be an example of that, wouldn't it?
Oh my goodness, yeah. Chicago is two hours away from where our headquarters here is in Wisconsin, and you're right. It is you have to jump through like 10 different hoops just to own a handgun in Chicago, let alone carry it. But for some crazy reason, it's one of the murder capitals of our country. It doesn't make sense.
All right, Tim, for our listeners who would like to get more information on the U.S. Concealed Carry Association, where should they go?
The easiest way is just to go to USCCA.com. And there's all sorts of free information, and it'll help them get started down their path to being that protector that their family's counting on.
USCCA.com. All right. Tim Schmidt, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're welcome, guys. Take care.